Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Remake. This time I'm going to show you how to get the trophy 7 Wonders Expert. All of the 7 Wonders are located within Nibelheim during Chapter 8. However, there is a point of no return that will lock you out of getting any of these, and several of them have to be obtained before the major event of Nibelheim. If you played Final Fantasy VII before, if you played Crisis Core before, you know what I'm talking about. But basically, to avoid spoilers, you will have to eventually follow Sephiroth into the Shinra Mansion, and then you will get to a door underground. When you try to go through that door, you will be warned that it is the point of no return. You must do Wonders 1 through 5 before going through that door. You can start them as soon as you enter Nibelheim. The little boy is right at the entrance. However, you can't do the 5th wonder until you have access to the basement of Shinra Mansion, so you may just want to wait a little while. But do not go through that final door, otherwise you will be locked out of this quest. You need to do Wonders 1 through 5 before going through that door. You have been warned. Okay, so with that warning out of the way, let's get started. The first wonder is relatively easy. Just talk to the boy as soon as you enter town, and then he will tell you that something seems to have been contaminating the water supply. The rumor is that it's blood. Very scary. After you speak with him, you want to simply turn around, climb up the well by pressing X at the prompt. For some weird reason, it's not in front of the ladder, but in any event, go up the ladder, investigate, and you will find a piece of red materia in the water well. That is the Phoenix Materia, which is probably the last summon that you obtain in the game. So if you're like me, you may also get the Limit Break Collector trophy as Phoenix gets added to your DMW. So once you have that, return to the boy for the second wonder. The second wonder has to do with the painting in the second floor bedroom of the inn in Nibelheim. The rumor is that the girl depicted in the painting leaves the painting and walks around town almost like it's Harry Potter. However, that probably isn't the case. So what you want to do is you want to investigate the painting of the girl in the bedroom in the inn. Upon doing so, Zack will comment that it's sad and also kind of eerie. After he does that, you want to return to the boy once more, and then he'll tell you about the wonder and that the girl may be leaving the painting. However, we need to investigate it a couple more times. So after he tells you that, you want to return to the inn and then investigate the painting, and you'll see that the girl has left. Now what you need to do is you need to return to the first floor and go up and down the stairs a few times until you notice that the gentleman behind the counter is now in front of the counter and walking up the stairs. Allow him to walk all the way up the steepest staircase in history. It's like a sheer cliff in this inn. Let him walk all the way up, turn the corner, then you want to follow him upstairs, and a cutscene will play where he runs into the bedroom. Once inside, you will notice that his hand is in a cutout that's secretly hidden behind the painting, and upon speaking with him, he'll tell you that there's a nest egg back there, and he'll actually give you the money for some weird reason, even though he was saving it for his wife. I don't get that. But that is the mystery of the second wonder solved, so once you have that, return to the boy for the third wonder. The third wonder has to do with a secret or special bomb monster on Mount Nibel. This one is a little tricky because it's not obvious where it is, but if you talk to all of the townsfolk, they will give you hints. They will tell you that there is a monster that appears at a dead end and that it is the special bomb enemy. So what you want to do is you want to head to Mount Nibel by going to the outskirts, following the path, and then turning right instead of going to the Shinra Mansion, and head up the path to Mount Nibel. Once on Mount Nibel, you want to follow the only path you have until you run into some kids who will also give you hints about the special bomb. Once you have gotten all the hints, you can then proceed straight past them. You will find this broken rope bridge, although they seem to have cut that scene out. I know they don't show it normally in Crisis Core, but I was kind of thinking maybe they would in Reunion. Anyway, that bridge has some significance to this mission. In any event, you want to take out any other random encounters, and then once you reach the end of this dead-end path, there will be 2 chests. Inside the first chest is an elixir, and inside the second chest is an HP stone. On the way back, you'll get into a battle with 3 bombs that look a little bit different. They're covered in soot, more so than the other ones. It's 2 gray bombs, and then the other one is the touchy bomb. This one has considerably more health than a normal bomb. If you have any sort of ice magic, go ahead and use it. I unfortunately didn't because I wasn't thinking, but at this stage of the game, I was pretty overpowered from doing side missions, so I took it out with nothing but physical attacks. After killing the touchy bomb, you will get the gold shard, which is the wonder item that you're looking for. So once you have that, return to the village and speak with the boy for the 4th wonder. The 4th wonder has to do with the mystery of the laughing safe inside of Shinra Mansion. If you played the original Final Fantasy VII back in the day, you should be familiar with this safe, although the puzzle in Crisis Core is a touch different and there's no boss associated with it. I think in the original, I know the boss is called Lost Number, it's a cool boss. However, I think it dropped the Odin Materia. I know a summon came out of the safe. I'm not going to double check if it's Odin. I'm like 99% sure it is. You all can let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. In any event, once you learn about the 4th wonder from the boy, you want to head to the Shinra Mansion. To get there, you have a couple of options. You can either go down the stairs in front of the boy, or you can turn around and you can take a much shorter path by going up this set of stairs in town. Once you go up this set of stairs, you're going to come to the next screen, and then all you're going to do is turn left. And then if you hug the wall, you'll probably avoid a combat encounter. You may get an email from the reporter at this point, but once you're able to, you want to head inside the manor. And then to get to the safe, you want to head up this staircase, go to the left, up another set of staircase, go to the left, and then enter the first room on the right. And you'll find the instructions on the floor. This is the riddle. The first digit is knowledge overflowing, second is unwelcome faces, third is tasty reminders of home, and fourth is resting on all fours. So we need to look through keyholes within the mansion in order to learn the digits that make up the combination and enter them in order. All right, so after reading the instructions, we're going to turn around and now we're going to solve the riddles. The first one is knowledge overflowing. So we're going to go to the room right here in the northeast corner of the mansion on the 2nd floor. And then we're going to look through the keyhole. Now, there are books that are not on the shelves. Those are the ones you want to count. So there's 4 here. There's 1 on the floor, and then there's 1 on the chair. Now, these, it may be different in your game. These may be random. I do remember them being random on PSP. Not sure if it's fixed on Reunion, like if it's just static on Reunion. But for me, it's 2 plus 4, because those on top of the bookshelf count. So that's 6. Next up is unwelcome faces. So we're going to go to the east room on the 1st floor. Right here. Southeast room. Look through the keyhole. And then there are going to be these enemies here. I forget their names. But there's 3 here. And then you got to look in the corners because you can see the edges of one. So there's 1 there. And then also make sure you check this corner as well for the same thing. Check up high and count the amount that you have. So this is 4 for me. And again, you know, these may be different for you. I do want to mention on PSP, these would disappear after a few seconds. Like when they would do that spin move, they would disappear. In Reunion, they don't disappear, which is kind of nice, at least that I've noticed. Okay, so for the 3rd digit, we need to find the tasty reminders of home, which is going to be the west room on the 2nd floor, next to the safe room. So right here. And through this keyhole, we need to look for Benora apples, the dumb apples. So there's 1 there, but then the cans also count. So the developers were fans of speed, and the cans count. So that's 2, 3, 4 on the nightstand, and then there's a can down here. So again, these may be random, but that's 1, 2 on the nightstand. So that's 3, and then 4 is the can, and then this is 5 right here on top of the dresser. The final digit is going to be resting on all fours. So you want to go back to the 1st floor, and then we are going to look through the west room right here, this room, and then we're going to count chairs, okay? So I have 2 chairs here. You may have more out here, and again, look for the edges of the chair's feet. So that's 2, and then 3 over here. So you see how it's not all of the chair, but you can tell that it is a chair, so that's 3. So those are my digits, and now it's time to unlock the safe. Once back in the safe room, you want to approach the safe and then enter the 4 digits in order. We had 6 books, 4 faces, 5 apples, and 3 chairs. So 6, 4, 5, 3 was my combination. It may be different for you. The rooms may still be random. They were on PSP. Unsure if they are in Reunion. It may be by save file. I wasn't able to tell. In any event, a cactuar comes out. That's what was laughing, although it may have been crying for help, but you also get the Vital Slash Materia as a reward. Next, it's time for the 5th wonder, so you want to return to the boy, let him know what was in the safe, and learn about the next one. The 5th wonder comes with a really big warning. First of all, you can't complete this wonder and figure out the mystery until you have visited the Maka reactor on Mount Nebel and done the story events there. After doing that, Sephiroth will disappear into the Shinra Mansion basement. That is when you get access to the Shinra Mansion basement and you can figure out the answer to this wonder. The other warning that I need to give you is that there is a room within the Shinra Mansion basement caverns that has a warning attached to it, where when you try to open the door, the game stops you and tells you this is a point of no return. If you open this door, you will be locked out of some activities. This is one of those activities. Additionally, if you go through that door before completing Wonder number 5 and speaking to the boy to learn about Wonder number 6, you get completely locked out of Wonders 6 and 7. You are so close to completing this challenge and getting the trophy, as well as one of the best materia in the game, so you have been warned. Do not open that special door and talk to Sephiroth until you have completed this wonder. Okay, so the hint is that there are some coffins underneath the mansion in a cave, and that Sephiroth may have held the keys at one point. That is possible, however, he no longer has them. It seems that he has dropped them in the caverns and they were picked up by the enemies down here. There's really only one enemy type. It's the Sahagin enemies. You just want to kill a bunch of them. You only need one key because there's only one specific coffin you need to open, but there are a total of 4 coffins to open. 3 of them just have weird bugs as enemies. Nothing special inside. It's just the one coffin you need to open. So in the Shinra Mansion basement, you want to open the coffin in the southeast room. It's the coffin on the right. When you open this, you will discover that someone is inside. Unfortunately, we do not get a preview of what Vincent might look like in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But in any event, as soon as you open that coffin, you have solved the mystery of the wonder, and you can go speak to the boy again in town to learn about Wonder number 6, although you cannot solve it until after the events of speaking to Sephiroth in the Shinra Mansion basement. So once you complete this wonder and speak to the boy and learn about Wonder number 6, now you are clear to go talk to Sephiroth and proceed with the story events of the game. However, you don't want to proceed too far into the story events of the game, but basically, Zack is going to speak to Sephiroth, he's going to rest for the night, and then he's going to wake up to a pretty bizarre-looking Nibelheim. Something has happened, and when that happens, as soon as you leave the inn, the boy will be right in front of you, and you're able to take on and solve the 6th wonder. However, the next section of this video contains a monumentally sized spoiler, and if you are not familiar with the events of the game, do not watch it until you wake up from your nap after speaking to Sephiroth. Okay, you've been warned. The 6th wonder has to do with the boy and his mother. After Sephiroth sets Nibelheim ablaze and you leave the inn, the boy will be directly in front of you as long as you have solved Wonders 1 through 5. He will not be here if you have not done that. Okay, so he asks you to rescue his mother, and Zack comments that there's going to be 0 visibility in the house, so he's unsure if he can do it. You have 1 minute to navigate this house without being able to look inside. The camera is going to fully detach, and then you just have to walk through the house. The house has basically the same exact layout as the inn. You want to start by walking to the right, and then you want to basically fish around for a staircase that leads you up and to the left. You'll notice that I'm on the 2nd floor now. So what I'm trying to do is get to the right on the 2nd floor, and then you want to get to the upper right window. Again, you're doing this blind, so it takes a little bit of finessing. However, it's much easier to do in this version than it was on PSP. Once Zack confirms that he's found the boy's mother, now you have to get out of the house. This is a little harder than getting in and getting to the 2nd floor. Finding the staircase is a challenge, but also getting out the front door on the 1st floor is an even bigger challenge because there seems to be a little bit of a wall or a lip that is tough to navigate. I kept going up and down the stairs without trying to, so what I did was I held the stick down and to the right to try to stick Zach in the corner, and then I just held left until the camera shifted and the front door was in the center of the screen, and then I just pulled back to get Zach to walk out. So as soon as you get down onto the first floor again, pull the stick down to the right to get Zach into the corner, walk left, and then walk down. This way you exit the house. So it turns out that the boy's mother was the treasure in the flames, or out of the flames, and his mom was the treasure. So that is the 6th wonder. The 7th wonder is solved more or less automatically. After you proceed through the next bunch of story events of the game and the rest of the Nibelheim massacre, you will eventually wake up in the Nibelheim mansion. When you leave the Nibelheim mansion, you'll get a whole bunch of emails and you'll get access to a whole bunch of missions, but one of the emails will be from the boy himself, and he tells you that he left a treasure for you in town as he was taking his mom away. All you got to do is find that treasure and you've solved the 7th wonder, and you will get the trophy 7 Wonders Expert. That treasure is a piece of materia that can be found near a fence in the village outskirts section of Nibelheim, and it is the wall materia. Wall materia is a fantastic piece of materia. It casts barrier and M barrier at the same time in one spell. So it basically frees up a materia slot, so you no longer need to have both equipped. You can just have wall equipped. It's a great spell. You'll use it throughout the end of the game, and you really can't go wrong. Additionally, you'll probably also get the Male Completionist trophy at this point, especially if you have signed up for all the fan clubs and merged all the fan clubs and rescued the reporter. So this is basically like a really quick hit of a bunch of trophies at the end, most notably 7 Wonders Expert and getting a great piece of materia. And that's it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.